I am Supreme, and this is message number 18 of Astro Oracle Freestyles, where I do collective readings on the chosen. You will know when you are chosen because my messages will resonate with your soul. We are chosen because we are here to prove to the world that God, Spirit, the universe is real. Your energy, frequency, and vibration is real. Being chosen is not a walk in the park. It is a blessing, but it's also a curse because we are the examples of what happens to the human soul when you are not aligned. Okay. And we are also the examples of what happens to the human soul when you are aligned. Okay. So I'm going to pull a message and it's going to open up what we're going to be talking about. And then I'm going to pull a chart to see who, what, where, when, and why are we talking about this message. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell button so you'll be notified when I drop these collective readings. The witch. When the witch comes out, this message is for somebody that needs to beware of the witch. There is a witch in your energy. What is a witch? A witch is somebody, and we're going to talk about the bad terminology, okay? Because all of us are spiritual beings, but a witch is a person who is angry. They have not done any shadow work. They have not processed any. They have a specific anger with nature. They're mad at themselves. And the reason why I say this, and this is my own interpretation of a witch, because as spiritually aware and conscious as I am, okay, me having a good heart, the only understanding I can come up with why a person would want to do something bad to another, even when it comes to love spells. There's no such thing as love. If somebody don't like you, they don't like you. There's no use in trying to create a spell. Why would you want to put somebody under a spell to like you? Why can't you face what comes natural? This is why I feel like the witch, the bad witch, she's a loser or he's a loser anyway. Because why do you have to fight nature? And why do you have to try to fuck other people up just so you can have your way? Something happened to you and you haven't processed it. Something is wrong with you and you're mad because of that. So now you want to try to fuck up other people's lives. That is my understanding of a bad witch. Okay? So we understand the same powers that the bad witches understand. Okay? So you can call us good witches and warlocks because the male is the warlock. You know, I understand everything the witches and the warlocks understand. I do everything they do. I know and more. I'm extremely intelligent when it comes to spiritual matters. The thing is, I'm not mad. I don't hate myself. Therefore, I don't hate nobody. Okay? I don't seek to go outside of my nature to make something work for me. Because if it's not in my nature, I don't want it. Because then you got to pay for that. And see, that's what witches don't understand. That's why bad witches are so fucked up. That's why they are associated with warts, them big old warts that grow on people's faces and stuff. It is a representation of curses being backfired on you. You ever seen bad witches, people that do stuff on other people? I call them bad. They're bad people. They're very ugly. Like, you ever seen their physical appearance? Like, they're very ugly. A lot of them suffer from crippling effects. A lot of them suffer from sicknesses, baldness in their heads, all types of warts and stuff and growths on their skin. Like, so that's associated with witches. And you know why? Because you're fucking yourself up trying to come for people who are protected. And not only that, a lot of these people that you come for, you don't even know they're protected because they don't even know they're protected. So you still can't come for them. And I feel like this is what these bad witches prey on. They prey on gentle souls, the humble and the meek. You know what I'm saying? I'm humble. I'm meek. I'm quite sure throughout my life I was pursued by many witches. Let me tell you something. When you're chosen, you're humble and you're meek, people are doing a lot of dark magic on you. But you know why that shit never works? Because I'm protected. But see, I know I'm protected. But there was a time when I did not know I was protected. And I have stories of how I survived the witchcraft that was put on me, the dark magic that was put on me. I broke it. And the people responsible have died. And those that are still living are suffering from sunup to sundown because I'm protected. The witch came out. And this story that I just explained to you is what you're going to be going through. And that's, I'm going to pull a chart. So we're going to find out who, what, where, and why are we talking about the witch. And we're going to find out what this spell is that could be put on you. We're going to look in the 8th house of this chart. But we're also going to be exploring the 12th house too. The 12th house is the house of the hidden, darkness, chaos. And the 8th house is Scorpio's house. That is the house of dark magic. That is the house of what you do in darkness when you understand it. You control and manipulate forces. That's why Scorpio energy is the energy of witchcraft. Because in the toxic, it represents the power and control and manipulation of forces. But see, we, the good people who understand crafts, we do it to protect ourselves. We do it to protect our health. We do it to protect our health from plagues that are out here. You know how many times we're out here surrounded by people who still suffer from the C-19? You know what that is. People who have all types of sicknesses. Okay? All types of, what word am I looking for? Contagious sicknesses. I don't know why I had a brain fart thinking of that word. Contagious sicknesses. Okay? I perform rituals on my own energy to protect myself from whoever I might be around that got all type of shit going on within them that's contagious. But see, the bad witch and the warlock, they out here using that same ritual to try to make people sick, to try to do, no. That's the difference between the good and the bad. I'm not hurt. I'm not hurt. I'm not sick. Sick people do sick things. Hurt people do hurt things. When you learn how to protect yourself, people will stop getting away with hurting you. Let's talk about that. All right, so who, what, where, when, and why are we talking about the witch? Uranus in the 4th house. This is talking about somebody in your family. This could be talking about a friend in your family. Okay, now this could also be talking about you being adopted, growing up in an adopted household. Let's talk about it. Where's Uranus at today, September 26, 2025? Uranus is in Gemini in the 4th house. This could be talking about one of your siblings' friends. Let's talk about it though. Your sister's friend or your brother's friend. When Uranus in Gemini is in the 4th house, Pisces is rising. Figures. Like I told you, Pisces rules the 12th house. You know? So, many powerful spiritual witches and warlocks, whether they're good or bad, are always the most powerfulest ones are Pisces and Scorpios. Okay? But anybody who understands spirituality and all the elements, earth, air, water, and fire, and how they can be used and manipulated, because we're made of earth, air, water, and fire. So when somebody understands your energy, they know how to manipulate you. Okay? They know how to take your energy and create a vessel for it and poke holes in it. Like that voodoo doll. Okay, and then you'll be wondering why shit is going on with your health all the time, and you coming up with broken arms and broken legs and car accidents and things of that nature. Let's talk about it. Illnesses that are incurable. Why? Because that illness came from a craft. The only thing that can cure that illness is the breaking of the curse, the craft that was put on you. So Pisces, why is Pisces coming first? Okay, in a chart where this witch just might be somebody in your family, a sibling in your family. Let's talk about it, a sibling's friend. Okay, now Pisces is ruled by Neptune, and Neptune is in Aries right here, governing your money. Aries represents the self. It represents you and what belongs to you. Okay. And the second house is about money and material possessions. This is talking about your money, your material possessions. Okay. So this could be an attack on your material possessions. Now, what's going on in the eighth house? So we'll understand the nature of this craft. Marriage. Is there a curse? Is somebody out to hex your marriage? Libra is the marriage energy. That's partnership energy. Okay? That's love and marriage in the house of witchcraft. Somebody might be out to try to do witchcraft on your marriage. Let's follow Venus. Where's Venus at? Venus, because Venus rules Libra. Venus is in Virgo. Where's Virgo at? Right here in the house of marriage. Right here in the house of marriage. Somebody could be trying to pollute your marriage. Somebody could be trying to pollute your marriage. This could be somebody you might work with too, that knows your sister or knows your brother. Virgo rules Mercury. And guess where Mercury is? In Libra. Mercury is in Libra right here. Okay? Somebody's trying to, you may be a Virgo, or the person doing it might be a Virgo. Because Virgo is right here in the house of marriage. And marriage is right here in the house of witchcraft. Where's Aquarius? Because Aquarius rules Uranus that came out in Gemini. Remember I told you Uranus is the friend and Gemini is the sibling and the fourth house is the home. So this could be talking about a lot of things. The fourth house is the house of the mother. And with Gemini there, the energy of sibling, this could be talking about your mother's sibling. And with Uranus there, this could be talking about your mother's sibling's friend. Or this could be talking about your uncle. Or you might be the niece or the nephew. So let's see where Aquarius is. Where's Aquarius? Aquarius is right here in the 12th house. And this is a 12th house chart. We're getting somewhere. Okay? Yeah, this person is hiding. Okay? Now, this might be your mother's, the fourth house, sister or brother's friend. Or your mother's, sister or brother's father. Because in Aquarius's house, I see Capricorn, the energy of the father. And this is your mother's, sister's, or brother's friend. Okay? Now, this might be somebody who was adopted in your family, or you might be the one that was adopted into a family. Excuse me, that witchcraft is being done on. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Either way it goes, somebody's out for your marriage, your relationship. Somebody's out to bring dark forces into your relationship. Always protect your marriage. You know, stop thinking everybody's happy for you. Don't invite everybody to your wedding. If y'all are not married yet, or if y'all have gotten married, this is somebody that showed up at your wedding. You can't invite everybody to your wedding. You can't do that. If I was you, I'd just go ahead and get married and let everybody know, look, we got married. We'll have a wedding party later on in the year and we'll invite everybody. But don't invite everybody to the ceremony of your wedding. You don't need everybody's energy. Let's talk about this witchcraft. Let's talk about this witchcraft in the family. Health issues and challenges. Yeah. So, makes sense because Virgo, right here in the 7th house, health issues and challenges. Now, this could be talking about the health issues and challenges of your partner in a marriage. Okay, somebody could be doing witchcraft on one of your partners so that way you don't enjoy the marriage because your marriage is full of making sure your partner's health is always in check. You always in and out the hospitals with your partner. You know, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Y'all can't even go on vacation and enjoy your marriage. You can't even go out to dinner and have a good time without your partner getting sick, throwing up, having headaches, passing out, issues going on with their stomach, issues going on with their head, you know, issues going on that the doctors can't seem to find cures for. That's what this witchcraft is about. That's what this witchcraft is about. Somebody is jealous of your marriage, and this person is in your family. And this person, I feel like, is a friend of your family. This could be somebody's friend who's a parent. The parent of that particular friend of your family is jealous of your marriage. You'd be surprised the person that is jealous of you. You'd be highly surprised. It's not always the person closest to you. You'd be surprised. People who are jealous of your marriage, because see, jealousy is a collective energy. Okay? You have spirits, energies that were jealous of your mother, your grandmother, your great-grandmother, your great-great-grandmother. And now this wickedness is playing out in your current life. But this is something that started way back generations ago. And the people that is working through are not even aware of what they're doing. Because that goes into the greater secret of who are we? What are we? Okay, we are a body. We can clearly see that. I'm a body. I'm supposed to be in 2025, September 26, 2025. But am I really? My body is here, but what's playing out in my body? Is there a storyline that's playing out? A generational storyline that I have to break in order for me to become present with myself? This is what can be going on in your life during this reading. I feel like I'm talking to somebody. Something is playing out in you that needs to be broken. It was not processed back then. This could be something that's playing out from the 1800s. Okay? And now this is 2025 and you're caught up in a mystery of something that was not resolved, unfinished business back in the 1800s. Before you can even get caught up with yourself, you're still fighting your great, great, great grandparents' struggles. Every time somebody is born, that curse pursues them. And it could be the generational curse of marriage. You'd be surprised what's going on. You'd be surprised who you are. You just might be your great, 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 great grandfather or grandmother all over again. You never know. This friend of your family, whose parent this might be, they might have a linking to somebody that you are related to back in the 1700s. But today we look at them like, oh, this is just my friend. I met her while I was working, or I met him while I was working, and then me and my wife or me and my husband got invited over to their family's house for dinner, and then we met their parents. And guess what? Their parents are related to you all the way back. They have a relation to one of your ancestors, and you don't even know it. Because you're just looking at them like, yeah, we don't know these people. I just met their daughter or their son at work. And, me and my wife been going over there chilling with them, but you don't realize that one of their parents, and I'm seeing their father is linked to somebody in your ancestry. And not only is he linked or she linked to somebody back in your 1800s ancestry, but this wasn't a good link. There was a warfare going on back then. And they picking up where they left off at. Okay. And when they met you and your wife, and when she or he met you and your wife, or you and your husband, it picked up. The warfare picked up. There was a familiarity there. Like, I know this person and I don't like this person. I don't like this marriage. It could be going back to the same situation that happened. Here they go again in 2025. I thought I cursed them back then. Well, let me curse them again. Who are we? Where are we? What's really going on? Because this is September 26, 2025. It looks like we're here, but are we living in 2025? The sun today is in Libra. The sun is right here. So this is exactly what we're talking about. This witchcraft that's over your marriage that needs to be broken. Somebody has the energy of your relationship, and you need to take that energy back. And if you want to know how to take that energy back, I'm going to challenge you to email me for a reading. I do marital readings. I'm going to need the information of you and your spouse. And I'm going to do a marital reading. And I'm going to show you exactly who's working this witchcraft over your marriage. My email is in the link below, and it's also in my bio. So this is going to be message number 18. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell button so you'll be notified when I drop my collective messages. Y'all be blessed.